a nice deep massage. But okay, time to talk. This is real talk. I don't know what's been over me. I just totally forgot recently that I should be using my TENS unit, because you've been hearing me complain about my lower back that I took out during kind of hurricane cleanup. The debris is heavy, and I took my back out, and I have forgotten to use my TENS unit. So I'm delighted tonight to have our Copper Life TENS unit that's portable. This is the only one I know of that you can literally take anywhere. And if you don't know what TENS means or what it does to you, sit back and listen for a few minutes, because it's fascinating, and it's so exciting to know that there's a way to help you relieve pain and sore muscles in your shoulders or your back or your waist or your neck or your upper or lower extremities. For me, it's the lower back, always has been the lower back. But look, with the pads that you're getting in this set, you can use them anywhere. And I mean anywhere, on the body or anywhere that life takes you, on planes, trains, and automobiles for that matter, and enjoy that. We'll talk soothing massage in a little while, but this is a massage that goes so much deeper and helps on such a, I guess, more of a cellular level. Laura Baker is here to share more of the details with us. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You know I love this.
I love it too. I will tell you, just like you, I have been helping a lot of friends and family with the hurricanes, and it has been my go-to. I mean, it has just been a savior.
I don't know why I forgot about it.
It's one of those things, it's a TENS unit, right? So it's transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. That's a very complicated way of saying that it helps to interrupt that message of pain from getting from here, or your lower back, or your knee, where I've been using it a lot, or your neck and shoulders, to your brain. So it interrupts that message of pain to the brain. While it's doing it, it's actually also giving your muscles and joints therapy at the same time. But yet it's doing it in a really mild way. So it's a mild electrical stimulant that's going through, and you can see what's happening right here. So notice how my arm is jumping. This is actually the TENS unit that's doing the work for me and kind of giving my body a little bit of a massage in that area. But of course, everything is connected in our body. So this isn't just working my upper arm, it's working into my elbow. So if you have a little bit of tennis elbow, going into the forearms, and even a little bit into my fingertips too. So if you're typing or you're on your phones a lot, and you can move it around because it is safe to use almost anywhere on your body. So your lower back, your upper back, your knees, in between, on your arms, obviously, on your legs. I've even been using it on my feet, on the top of my foot, in order to help with some muscle pain I've been having here in my toes lately. The only two places we tell you to avoid are your thyroid and your heart, okay? So, and if you have a pacemaker, you shouldn't use this either. But other than that, it's a really great way to get that stimulation into the muscles and help your body start to feel better, and do it in a really simple and easy manner.
It's so true, and I love the way you explain it, because it is so different than, your traditional massage, and those I love. This works so much deeper and helps with many more issues. I've been using TENS units for over 15 years. And I remember when they first came here to HSN, I thought, oh gosh, that looks like it must hurt. And you know what? It doesn't feel as good as a massage, I'll be honest. It's a different sensation.
It's a different sensation, yeah.
But you don't get used to it. There's modes that change it up a little bit.
There's 6 different modes inside of this one. So this is battery operated. So notice it's cordless, which is really nice, because that means you can wear this while you're vacuuming, while you're driving, while you're shopping, whatever it is that you're doing. You can actually put this on, put it on underneath your clothes, and you can actually go about your day and do the things and still be getting that therapy. It is a push button technology. So that middle button is the power button. You hold it down 3 seconds to turn it on, and you hold it down 3 seconds to turn it off. If you just push it quickly, it goes through those different modes. So the different modes are going to be scraping, tapping, acupuncture, cupping, tai chi, and kneading. What that means is each of those modes actually gives you a different frequency. So what Donna's on here right now is the acupuncture. That's really fast. That is 1 hertz. It's going really, really quickly. But what I have learned is I like different modes for different portions of my body. So when I do this acupuncture, and I do it on my knee, because I've been doing my knee a lot lately, I actually have to slow it down, and I go to the Tai Chi, because the Tai Chi is a longer one, and it holds it longer, and then it releases it slower. So it's a little bit different. So you'll find the mode in your body the way that it's comfortable for you. So I'm going to show it to you really quickly. So I'm on acupuncture. I'm gonna go to switch 2 in the middle, and now there's a positive button and a negative button. This is the strength. It has 20 different strengths on each setting. So notice how my arm is no longer jumping quickly like it was, but now look at what's happening. Because I'm on a slower frequency with the Tai Chi, it's pulling the muscle, pulling, tightening, right? And now it
No, I
releases.
just saw it release.
So, and you can even see it release in my hand all the way to my fingertips. So it actually takes my fingertips too, and it kind of crunches them up. It's
wild.
not uncomfortable, but it goes tighter.
Here we go,
And then
watch.
it's going to release here in just a second because it has
Watch.
that slower frequency. So to me, this is actually a deeper penetration than I'm feeling here in my arm than the Tai Chi one. I know it just released. It was like, woo,
It's
it just
so
released.
crazy.
And so, and it's a slow build. It's slowly building. You can even see here in my forearm how it's growing. You can see here on my elbow. And obviously it's very obvious here on my fingertips as well. So you see that, so it's a little bit slower and then it's going to release here. So this is a frequency probably of about, maybe it's a 20-second one. You can see how it does that just like that. So then you switch it again, and now I am going to the kneading, and then I'm going to increase the frequency, and the kneading, I can feel it immediately. It's faster, it's deeper, it's a little bit quicker, but it's still a longer hold. But now look at what happens, it releases faster. So it's fast, I can feel it. And then it's going to hold it while giving me a little bit of a fast pulse there. And then it's going to release it. It goes faster a little bit even, and then it releases as well. So this is what you can do on almost any part of your body to really start to release that tension and the stress and the aches and the pains
And that
that
is
are
no
bothering
joke.
you.
That is not overstated. You can use it. For me, I'll tell you where I've used it. On my shoulders, right here, where I carry so much tension. I usually use it on my lower back. That's my main issue. I've used it in the areas of sciatica. I've used it on my calves. I've used them on my feet and my ankles too.
Yes.
It's a really fascinating therapy. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And to my knowledge, this is the only system that you can be completely wire-free. A lot of them you have to attach by cables from the pads to the unit, so you're feeling somewhat restricted. This is a fascinating way to, in fact, you might want to get 2 of these. If you want one for you, one for her, or you want one for one part of your body and then another part of the body.
I like to do 2 different therapies at the same time because I do have multiple pads.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing too is it never fails that when you want to use it, your husband goes, well, I want to use it now too, you know? So then if you have 2 different ones in the household.
It's a great price point. This is a Black Friday deal price, just so you know. And this is the only airing. So I don't want you to wait. Look into it if you're still like, I've heard about it, I'm still not sure. You know, you've got the 3 months. You've got all the way till the end of January with extended holiday returns. Even if this is something you're buying for yourself and it's not even a gift. It's a gift to yourself though. I can promise you that from personal experience. Trust me, my guy Tracy, he is a huge fan of TENS too because of all the things he's been through and his body has been through. We all deal with it, whether it's household chores. Oftentimes for me, it's like just doing the gardening. Laying mulch seems to be my trigger to like take out my back again. This time, you know what I did? I was shaving my legs in the shower.
Well,
no
that's
joke.
what happens. I mean, you know, I talk about my mom a lot. She has bad back problems and she wears it all the time. She is in this little Spanish club in her neighborhood and they were all talking about their pains because that's what we do as we get older. Everybody talks about their pains. And her friend Sue goes, well, what's this thing that you're using? And she goes, text my daughter. She'll tell you all about it. And then Sue, of course, orders it through HSN and then she's in love with it. So now everybody in the Spanish club all has it, which is absolutely hysterical, you know? But it is one of those things that you learn about because when you learn about something that you can take, it's really wonderful that helps to relieve your pains. This is the booklet that comes in the box that you're getting. And normally I know nobody ever reads the booklets. Read this one. It's a real quick, easy read. And then highlight the middle, kind of like what I did here, because these are just the basic information points that you're going to want to be able to refer to over and over again. So down here are the different levels that you get to go through. So that's the scraping, the tapping, the acupuncture, the cupping, the Tai Chi, and the kneading. And it also right next to it tells you that hertz, the frequency of every second, is that second line. Above this, it tells you some really important information. Like it's 45 minutes to charge this to get a full battery. That full battery will last you 300 minutes. 300 minutes, okay? Ooh. So it's a 45-minute charge to get a 300-minute usage out of it, and that is 10 30-minute therapy sessions. This will automatically turn off after 30 minutes. If you want to use it for 10 minutes, that's okay. You can turn it on and turn it off after 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. If you want to use it for an hour and it turns off, that's okay. Turn it right back on because you can actually use this as frequently as you want to.
That's a very good point. You can't overuse this. You can't use it too much. I mean, the only thing you can do is underuse it, because if you're not using something in an area that's got soreness or stiffness, or you're dealing with some pain issues, whether it's, you know, the muscle areas, for various reasons, you really should I feel like you owe it to yourself to try it. I know we're all tempted to just go straight to that medicine cabinet and just like try to dumb down the pain. But when you're talking about TENS, this is something that has been scientifically proven to really go to the source of the problem, not just kind of cover it up with a little blanket. It's like when, you know, certain families are like,
Yeah.
well, if you don't talk about it, it doesn't exist, right? Well, pain always exists, whether you're showing it in your face or not. It's exhausting, it's debilitating. So let's talk again, if you don't mind explaining the whole TENS, what it is, how it works. 'Cause
Absolutely.
it's really important.
So TENS stands for transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. What it does, it sends a mild current into your joints and your muscles in order to help prevent that message of pain from getting from here or your lower back or your shoulders, wherever it is, up into your brain. So it literally kind of acts like a blocker from registering that pain in your brain, right? So that's the nice temporary portion about it. The long-term portion is that it's actually therapy. So it's actually helping relieve your muscles at the same time. So obviously the more you use it, the better you feel.
Exactly.
But it's also, you're going to be feeling better, so you're going to need to reach for it less. So it's kind of this conundrum.
It's a
that you go
win-win.
into it, but it is a win-win. And you know, I really find it, one of my neighbors texted me, this was just happened last week, just last week. My neighbor texted me and he goes, do you have any ibuprofen? Because he's not supposed to take it. And I said, sure. And so I walked over and I was like, what's going on? And he was telling me, you know, he slept wrong and he had hurt his hip and it was really out of whack and the whole thing. And he's like, I'm not supposed to take this. And I said, before you take that, I understand if you need to take it, take it. I have a TENS unit. Just borrow mine and see how you feel.
Good for you. What a sweet thing to do.
And do you know that he, within 30 minutes, was like, can I keep this for a little while? And then he came to HSN and ordered one.
Okay, literally, Laura, no joke, I just got tingles at that story.
So,
I am so glad you did that.
And it's a true story. I mean, it really is, because it's one of those things that, you know, when you're in pain and you literally can't walk because you slept wrong at night, obviously the doctors, just like in his story, they want you taking less and less of those over-the-counter medications. And they certainly don't want you doing them around the clock for weeks and weeks on end either, right? With this, it's okay. Your doctor is going to be on board with this. Physical therapy offices use these.
Talk to him about it. Yeah. Thank you. Physical therapist offices use these. Talk to your doctor if you still feel uncertain. But I do encourage you to get it now, though, while it's a Black Friday price and while we still have them in stock. We're closing, well, over 19,000 are gone. If you decide against it, you've got all the way through the end of January. That's over 2.5 months. So you've got plenty of time to experiment with it and see what it feels like and see what mode works best for you. And I think it's true what Laura said. Every mode is different for a different part of the body, and based on what ache and pain I'm feeling, I use different modes based on what feels best in that moment.
It really does, and it's very true. And for me, for instance, like here, I don't mind the faster mode on my arms, but when I am working on my knee or on my lower back, I definitely go to those slower modes that go deeper into the tissues and into the muscles, because that's how I start to really feel that release and that stress. It's also stress. You know, sometimes we injure ourselves. Other times, what are we doing? Our shoulders getting closer and closer to our ears because we're holding all that tension and stress up there. Put it in between your shoulder blades and help feel that just melt away and everything start to feel better.
It does. It just gradually, you just start feeling, you feel yourself relaxing, and then one day you'll feel like, I don't think I feel that ache that used to be there anymore. It's the coolest thing, and I love this system. It is 830-118, 830-118. You're welcome to get several of these if you'd like. Again, a great price point on something that gives you the portability that most TENS units do not. We have to talk quickly about these wonderful Copper Life socks. These are the cutest holiday socks. They're over-the-knee socks, and they are the most